Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're doing a reading for a sign of Cancer. Keep in mind that this will not resonate for every Cancer. If you like a personal reading, it's going to be the first link in the description down below. Repeat that first link in the description down below for a personal reading. You'll also find a bunch of other things there in the description. You can find my Etsy shop, which has my tarot and my oracle cards on there. A bunch of things there on my Etsy shop in the description down below. You should definitely go check that out. Go in there, go buy something. Really appreciate that. Currently have a sale going on. Also find my shirt store, my website, different social media platforms I'm on, as well as Patreon. All that's in the description down below. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so. I do appreciate donations here. So, Cancer, before we get into your reading here, let's do some prayers first. So we have number 22 with the goddess Kali over here as the first one. We have two goddesses we're going to do prayers from. With Kali and Kuan Yin, number 10. Number 22. So it says, Kali, I honor your powerful presence and secret blessings that lead to spiritual liberation. I gratefully receive your powers of protection, warding off negativity and defending me from enemies known and unknown, within and without. You acknowledge my suffering and the suffering of all beings so that healing and awakening can occur. You show us when and how to lean into the mysterious workings of the universe. You give me freedom and entry into new worlds. The prayers of our Dark Mother's gracious mind rise upon your smoky essence. May blessings and healing manifest for the spiritual benefit of all beings. Alright, and we have number 10. That's the next one we're going to sing. Try a picture of that, but it's kind of reflecting. Number 10. It says, Beloved Kuan Yin, Empress of the Pearl, as my witness, I transform negativity into light through compassion. Anything that causes my discomfort, I use to grow my light. So it becomes bigger than the discomfort. And I now choose to experience the light of my being and its spiritual growth as more powerful than any irritation or suffering which serves that growth. Alright, Cancer, so that is the prayers. Now let's see what the Spirit has in store for yourself. What is the messages here for Cancer? Okay. We have number 26, She Rides with Wild Spirit Unbroken. Okay, Cancer. Make sure you get a good look of that card. And there we go. Number 26. So it says, you are a wild spirit. No matter how often you've been told no, been suppressed by rules and regulations, been denied a right to speak your crazy, beautiful truths, inside you beats a persistent, loving heart that will not be denied. It says, I knew that the wild joy in you would soon kick off at its shackles of shame. I knew that no amount of criticism or disrespect could ever break the spirit of your heart. It says, I knew that even if you doubted that at times, deep inside the heart there was a spirit so wild that it could never be tamed. I know that it is only ever a matter of time before your wild spirit will rise and be free. It says, having boundaries for behavior enables us to relate to each other respectfully. We can contribute to society in ways that help us make a safe and supportive community possible, and so create a good quality of life for its members. A less conscious, sometimes abusive, version of that is when personal choice is eradicated, when there is no sense that questioning is even allowed, when obedience is demanded and individuality is not honored. The conditioning that is meant to assist in the development of healthy communities becomes regressive, and if taken to heart, quite damaging to the self that wants to emerge and grow. Bringing conditioning to consciousness is the only way to confront it and become free enough to question it so we can choose for ourselves. if we don't even know what we are responding to the world in a preconditioned way or holding particular beliefs simply because that is what we were taught and reinforced to believe, then we may make the mistake of confusing our opinion with truth. This is what causes ego-based conflict, the most futile sort of conflict. This is not conflict that can be used to fuel healthy growth and evolution into a win-win resolution. It is conflict about who claims to be right and justified for even the most soul-destroying behavior at the expense of another. Without bringing our conditioning to consciousness, we lose the power to question everything, to be open, discern, and decide for ourselves if there ever could be more to life than what we already think we know. It says, be willing to leave behind what you've known. It could be a place, a way of life, even something that you once held onto for a sense of identity and belonging. There's a bigger world calling you forth. Will you dare to answer that call and step into your destiny? Do you feel discontent with how things are? A persistent question in your mind is, why must it be as it is? Could it not be different? A curiosity and hunger for something more, without even knowing what it is exactly you're seeking. Trust this. It is an intuitive inner response to the call of your destiny. You're meant to go exploring. It says, are you wanting to break free from a circumstance or situation in your life? You are encouraged to take the adventure, to make the break and claim your freedom. If you ever feel ashamed, judged, or that the force of society or a group of people is trying to control you, telling you how you should be, rather than listening to yourself and accepting yourself as you are, remember, that is their own fear and nothing to do with your value. Alright, and then there's a healing process you can do with this Cancer. It says, place one hand on your stomach, heart, or wherever feels right to you, and say this prayer aloud if possible. It says, I call upon Wild Kuan Yin, who loves me without condition. I love myself and commit to myself. Commit to it. Live as myself, true to myself, and fulfill my soul journey this lifetime. I am so grateful to be who I am, divinely created for a perfect purpose. Through your merciful presence, all scars heal, all unforgiveness melts away, and I am free from shame and doubt to live as me. I surrender all conditioning that would inhibit my personal and spiritual growth now, one layer at a time. With your help, I give myself unconditional permission to be me and to enjoy being me. I choose to set myself free, so be it. And it says you have completed your healing process. So Cancer, what it feels like here is it feels like you're like breaking free here. Okay, you're kind of doing the things that you're wanting to do. You're exploring the places you're wanting to explore. You're going into new adventures here. It could even be new places, people, things. All right, you're breaking out of the mold of your routine and maybe even what people have kind of told you to live in that way. You're breaking out of that and you're being yourself. Okay, because it's like it's a very big part of you that I feel like you're going to be exploring a lot more. So, let's get some ruins, some chunks yourself. So what we have that of Jupiter with the dice here. I don't know if you can actually see that. But anyway, it's Jupiter. So Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Jupiter is the planet of Sagittarius as well, which is like freedom. It is like exploration. It is like adventures, things like that. So you're definitely in this Jupiter influence here. We have Obsidian, which is a protective stone. We have Virgo. So maybe you can have like Virgo in Jupiter, or you're encountering someone who has Virgo in Jupiter here. We have Thoth, alright, which is an Egyptian god. We have this Egyptian snake goddess. We have this moon beetle, which you're connecting to. So the moon is your ruling planet, Cancer. This is like a definite connection to you, back to yourself here. Okay, now we have this moth girl and this moth, alright, which is your heavy connection to the moon with both of these, right? It's also a transformation, awakening of psychic gifts and abilities here, Cancer, and this is justice. This is a type of authority that you're stepping into as well. So, that's all I have for you. Like I said, first link in the description down below for personal reading. Also go to my Etsy shop. Go in there, go buy something. Really appreciate that. If you want to see more content, definitely subscribe. Bye, guys.